The victim in a suspicious death that occurred on Wednesday morning has been identified following the completion of an autopsy. At approximately 9 a.m. on Wednesday, September 30th, 2015, police were called to the 4200 block of Centre Street Northwest for a check on the welfare complaint. An injured man was found outside a residence and taken to a hospital in life-threatening condition. He succumbed to his injuries a short time later. Following an autopsy, the deceased has been identified as Frank Burton, 56 of Calgary. Burton died as a result of multiple stab wounds. Police are now treating this case as a homicide. This incident is not thought to be random. However, a specific motive has yet to be determined. Burton had a history of mental illness and in the past put himself in vulnerable positions with people. As a result of this, investigators are open to the possibility that this may be a motive behind this attack. Several ground searches of the area have been completed by officers. However, residents are being asked to examine their yards and report any weapons or suspicious clothing. Police are also releasing the description of a man considered to be a suspect in this case. He has darker skin, a stocky build, and is approximately 5 foot 10 inches tall. At the time of the offense, he was wearing a gray hoodie. The home where the attack took place has 8 separate suites, and investigators have yet to speak to all residents. I'll now take your questions.
When you had that in the description of mental health problems, why do you say that it could be?
So we believe that this may have played a role in the victim's death. He was susceptible to offensive comments and outbursts, and if overheard by someone, they could be misconstrued, resulting in a confrontation. So it is a possibility that based on his behavior, the behavior may have been misconstrued, resulting in a confrontation with an individual. Now, we do have information that he had a loud, booming voice, and that during these outbursts, the outbursts could be carried over a distance. Somebody who overheard the outburst could misconstrue it being directed at them, resulting in a confrontation. So we're taking the unusual step to provide this information, again, because we believe it could have played a role in this individual being victimized.
So, assuming then that the suspect was not known to Burton?
That's a possibility, and again, we're keeping an open mind. There are also 8 individuals living at that residence. We have spoken with 5 of them. We're still waiting to locate and speak with the other 3. We're also looking to obtain descriptions to see if they match the description of the individual who had the confrontation. So it's a possibility that there could be somebody from that residence as well involved. And that's part of our investigative follow-up.
So, sorry, so just so I'm clear, so does that mean the suspect didn't live?
It's quite possible that somebody from the residence could be involved or somebody from the street. And that the fact of his mental illness could play a role in him being victimized. So again, we're keeping an open mind. We're looking at all possibilities. We're still in the early stages of this investigation. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of questions to answer. The landlord is being cooperative with us, providing us with names. The records aren't detailed, so we still have to do a lot of work to confirm the information that we're being provided.
So we know a little bit about Burton's history. Is there any evidence that there was potential outbursts before the attack?
Specifically related to the attack, no. I'm talking in general terms that he was known to do that, and it could have played a role in this investigation. I can tell you that the victim, the confrontation was witnessed by a lady walking by with her young child. Being concerned for her safety, she immediately left the area and called the police. So we responded right away.
So this incident occurred, to clarify, this stuff happened outside of the home?
This happened outside of the home at a side entrance. The witness was walking by, witnessed the confrontation, left to a safe location, contacted the police, and we responded immediately.
This is right on Centre Street, so there should have been a bunch of traffic, right?
This was on Centre Street. So we're in the process. We've conducted neighborhood inquiries. We're also looking at obtaining CCTV video. We're in the process of that as well to review it to see if there's anything that has been captured.
In the past, had Mr. Burton ever gotten into any confrontations as a result of, his
We don't have specific information about that, but we also know that he was susceptible to these outbursts. And again, they're very offensive, and they could be misconstrued by somebody, that those outbursts were directed or comments were directed at the individual. So we have to keep an open mind and look at all possibilities. We're encouraging anybody who knew the victim or maybe lived in the area, witnessed these outbursts, and maybe witnessed a confrontation with somebody else prior to him being found, to contact the police, and it could provide us with some important information in regards to this investigation.
And I'm sorry if you've answered this already, but did the victim live at that location?
Yes, he does. The victim does live at that residence.
Anything else? Okay, thanks, sir.
Okay?